So sharp 2 p.m., we're expecting the dates to be announced by the Election Commission. This, remember, has been a awaited election. It's national capital. And therefore, for Delhi at 2 p.m., stay tuned as we'll be going live to what the date is going to be. In 2020, it was 8th of February, one-phase election for Delhi, 70 seats. And by 11th February, we knew that this was the AAP returning to government. What does it look like this time? The first response of the poll commissioner on the voter list controversy as well. That's already ensued between AAP and the BJP. Here's what the Chief Election Commission has said. All the questions will be answered at 2 p.m. This is in reference as much to the voter list controversy if some names are being deliberately tampered with or deleted. That's what the Aam Aadmi Party has been alleging.
कुछ नहीं भाई, आज 2 बजे अनाउंसमेंट है इलेक्शन का दिल्ली के, तो आप उस पर देखिए। अभी 2 बजे बिल्कुल प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस होगी, उसी में सारे अनाउंसमेंट होंगे और इंतजार करिए बस। अब तो 1-2 घंटे की बात है, वो सब बताएंगे आपको, 2 बजे बताएंगे। आइए वहीं पर देखिए।
वोटर लिस्ट जारी की है, उसमें वोटर का
सब चीजों का जवाब आपको।
That's the Chief Election Commissioner joining right now with Rajiv Kumar stating on what precisely at 2 p.m. is going to be, that all questions will be answered. Remember, voter list, even before we knew when the dates are going to be, the voter list was already a big showdown. Aam Aadmi Party is alleging, for example, led by Sanjay Singh, that his wife's name was deleted, to which the BJP charged at them saying, but she is voted from Sultanpur, Uttar Pradesh. When did she become a Delhi voter? Amid all of this, it was Chief Minister Atishi herself raging on with the voter list scam controversy allegation. Let's listen in first to her.
नई दिल्ली विधानसभा में एक बहुत बड़े स्तर पर एक वोटर स्कैम देश के सामने आया है। मैं आपको कुछ आंकड़े बताना चाहूंगी कि किस तरह से वोटों का एक बहुत बड़ा घोटाला नई दिल्ली विधानसभा में हो रहा है। देश भर में, जैसे हम जानते हैं, हर साल एक समरी रिवीजन होता है, एक इलेक्टोरल रोल बनता है। ये लोग समरी रिवीजन के समय कहां थे? अगर 29 नवंबर तक पूरी इलेक्शन मशीनरी एक एक गली, एक एक मोहल्ले में जा रही थी, तो 29 नवंबर और 15 दिसंबर के बीच में ये 10,000 लोग कहां से आ गए? इससे ये साफ है कि गलत तरीके से वोटर जोड़ने की साजिश हो रही है।
So Aam Aadmi Party is leading with the charge that the voter list is deliberately being tampered with, that numbers are being added, deleted, and that especially if those who possibly are Aam Aadmi Party supporters, their names have suddenly vanished from the list. BJP, in fact, has come out with a counter charge on that. BJP has been saying that they are deliberately getting minorities' names added because they could be Aam Aadmi Party supporters. That's the appeasement politics Aam Aadmi Party does. The Chief Election Commissioner, of course, will be asked that question we're expecting at 2 p.m., to which Rajiv Kumar said that there is all questions that are going to be answered. Joining me in this special telecast will be Aishwarya Paliwal and Amit Bharadwaj, especially about what the focus will be at the press conference and eventually remember what the date is going to be. Rahul Gautam also will be joining us in the telecast. Stay on with me, friends, because we have more breaking news coming in. Already in the campaign mode, BJP with its ministers from the union government in that campaign mode being led, while Prime Minister Modi himself, the star campaigner of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Minister of Agriculture, who's former MP Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan, meeting the farmers in Delhi. Very interesting. Remember, Shivraj Singh Chauhan had written a letter to Atishi saying how the Delhi government has ignored the issues of Kisan. And now we are told that Shivraj Singh says serving the farmers is like worshipping God. They've been protesting over the minimum support price in Delhi NCR. They've not been getting benefits from the Delhi government led by the Aam Aadmi Party. Let's listen in to the minister from the central government, Shivraj Singh Chauhan of Agriculture.
फसलें खराब हो जाती है, फसल बीमा योजना ही नहीं है यहाँ लागू। देश में प्रधानमंत्री फसल बीमा योजना लागू है कई राज्यों में, अधिकांश राज्यों में। और 8 करोड़ से ज्यादा आवेदन का बीमा है, लेकिन यह फसल बीमा योजना लागू नहीं है। और जब यह जानकारी मुझे मिली तो मैंने आदित्य जी को चिट्ठी लिखी और मैं अपनी प्रिय बहन से कहना चाहता हूं तकलीफ क्या है। भारत सरकार योजनाएं चला रही है, राज्य सरकार के माध्यम से हम योजनाएं लागू करते हैं, केंद्र सरकार पैसा दे रही है, आप ले क्यों नहीं रहे?
This is very important. Remember, this is the top of the top BJP leadership. Senior most leaders who have jumped into the campaigning mode, making their respective outreach, whether it is reaching out to the Sikh community. Yesterday when Home Minister Amit Shah was there at Gurdwara Rakabganj, or it's the Minister of Agriculture Shivraj Singh Chauhan today meeting the farmers. Prime Minister Modi already, he's been in campaign mode, charging over the Sheesh Mahal controversy. Let's take a look at other breaking news coming in. Aam Aadmi Party convener Arvind Kejriwal, therefore, firing a fresh salvo at the Bharatiya Janata Party. He's been a former Chief Minister of Delhi. He's still the Aam Aadmi Party Supremo, and he says BJP is a gali ki party. They only abuse. That's what they do. The Bharatiya Janata Party leaders, all they can do is hurl abuses, and that's what they've been doing. Remember, since day one, since the election mood really, or the poll bugle was sounded, Arvind Kejriwal has been saying, "Sirf gali dete rehte hain mujhe. They keep abusing me." Let's listen in to why does Aam Aadmi Party national convener say that BJP is the gali party.
जो एक हमारे देश की पार्टी है, गाली गलौज पार्टी, कौन सी है? तो हमारे देश की जो गाली गलौज पार्टी है, उसके नेता भी, मैं जानता हूं उन्हें भी गाना पसंद आएगा, वो भी अगर चाहें तो अपने घर में कमरा बंद करके अंदर से इसको गाने को चला सकते हैं और उस पे थिरक सकते हैं, कोई देख नहीं रहा।
And with that, the fight for Delhi election is heating up. Remember, in a waited day, so that there is more clarity on when the elections are going to take place. In just a short while, Election Commission is going to make the announcement, and most likely it's going to be a one-phase election for National Capital. In 2020, it was the 8th of February, and at 2 p.m. when the Election Commission makes the announcement, ahead of that, Aam Aadmi Party released its campaign song for the Delhi polls. This, remember, is at a time that while we are awaiting for the date, it's likely going to be in the next 1 month, and that means the month of February. 70-member Delhi Assembly, very crucial, because remember, this is also not a state, which means that the governance is often shared, deliberated and discussed with government at the center. And that is why it's a high-stake election for every party involved. Phir laayenge Kejriwal, we'll bring back Kejriwal, is Aam Aadmi Party's campaign slogan, election song that has now come in. It's been released in just a short while ago. The candidates have been announced. Significant infra projects have been launched by PM Modi, and therefore each party coming forth with their best. The ruling Aam Aadmi Party have released all the names of the candidates. BJP and Congress slowly, steadily releasing the list as well. But remember, Prime Minister Modi is leading the BJP campaign for Delhi. While other parties, for example, Congress isn't seen much right now with its senior leadership on the ground. Prime Minister Modi addressed 2 public meetings already. BJP has released 29 candidates for the crucial elections. Aam Aadmi Party has released almost all. The Congress has released the names of 48 candidates in 3 lists so far.
दिल्ली में एक नहीं सैकड़ों ऐसे मामले हैं जिसमें भ्रष्टाचार किया गया है। या आखिर पैसा कहां से आया है? ये दिल्ली की जनता के टैक्स का पैसा जो अरविंद केजरीवाल ने अपनी अय्याशी, एक शब्द नहीं बोलते शीश महल के बारे में। सरकारी डिपार्टमेंट पीडब्ल्यूडी कह रहा है कि ये इन्वेंट्री है, हमने ये सामान दिया ही नहीं है, तो वो करोड़ों रुपए का कालीन, पत्थर, टीवी, फ्रिज, बॉस के स्पीकर, गोल्ड प्लेटेड वॉश बेसिन, टॉयलेट कहां से आए भाई? वो पैसा का है? अरविंद केजरीवाल जवाब देना। आज हम चुनाव में जा रहे हैं, चुनाव की तारीखें आ जाएंगी, अरविंद केजरीवाल की जिम्मेदारी बनती है कि दिल्ली की जनता को वो शीश महल खोल के दिखाएं कि देखो ये इसमें सामान लगा है और इसका पैसे का सोर्स ये है।
भाई जमीन पे तो आम आदमी के कार्यकर्ता काम कर नहीं रहे, 90% इनके पेड एम्प्लॉइज हैं। तो जब पेड एम्प्लॉय होगा तो वो उस तरीके की मेहनत थोड़ी करेगा। मैंने तो बहुत जगहों पे पाया आम आदमी के लोग घूम फिर रहे हैं, जब उनसे पूछो तो 600 रुपए प्रति व्यक्ति प्रतिदिन के करके 10-10, 12 का गुप्त को लेके चल रहे। मैंने तो कैलकुलेट किया कि केवल नई दिल्ली में ये लोग 5 करोड़ से ऊपर का कैश का जो है खर्चा करेंगे। अब ये कहां से आया कहां नहीं आया, मैं आपको आंकड़े दे सकता हूं। पूरी दिल्ली में जो मुझे पता चला है 300 करोड़ की तस्वीर है।
अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने पिछले 12 साल से दिल्ली को दोनों हाथों से लूटा है, दिल्ली को बेरहमी से लूटा है। आज दिल्ली कूड़े का ढेर बन चुकी है, गंदा सीवरेज का पानी लोगों के नल में आ रहा है, सांस बच्चे ले नहीं पा रहे, और जमुना जी की गंदगी ऐसी है कि उसके पास भी कोई नहीं जा पा रहा। इसके बावजूद अरविंद केजरीवाल जी 100 करोड़ के शीश महल में बनाकर रहते रहे, और एक एक कमरे का पर्दा भी 10-10 लाख रुपए का और 10-10 लाख की एक टॉयलेट सीट पर। ये हालात है लूटने का बेरहमी से।
मुझे 100% ये पूरा भरोसा है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल ये सीट को छोड़कर भाग जाएंगे। वो अपना नॉमिनेशन इस सीट से नहीं करेंगे। उनको ये लगता है कि वो ना केवल हारेंगे, उनकी इस सीट से जमानत भी जब्त होगी, क्योंकि यहाँ के लोगों में इतना गुस्सा है, मैं आपको बता नहीं सकता। ग्राउंड पर आप जाएंगे तो यहाँ की झुग्गी बस्तियों में जाएंगे, वो कहते हैं कि आज तक अरविंद केजरीवाल 11 साल में एक बार भी हमारे यहाँ पर आया नहीं है, और कभी उन्होंने हमें अपने घर पे बुलाया नहीं है।
सत्ता के पक्ष में लहर है, एंटी इनकम्बेंसी का तो सवाल ही नहीं है। सत्ता के पक्ष में लहर है, और बिजली फ्री, पानी फ्री, शिक्षा फ्री, इलाज फ्री, बुजुर्गों की तीर्थ यात्रा फ्री, माताओं बहनों के लिए बस की फ्री यात्रा, 2100 रुपए की महिला सम्मान राशि, और संजीवनी योजना की जो घोषणा हमने की है। इन सारे वादों पे, इन सारी गारंटियों पे दिल्ली की जनता को यकीन है, भरोसा है। फिर से इस बार प्रचंड बहुमत से जिता के केजरीवाल जी को लोग मुख्यमंत्री बनाएंगे।
कांग्रेस जो है वो स्लो मोशन में नजर आ रही है अलका जी। यहाँ पे तारीफों का ऐलान होने जा रहा है, और राहुल गांधी, मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे और प्रियंका गांधी नजर नहीं आ रहे हैं। यहाँ तक कि आपकी प्यारी दीदी गारंटीज भी और डीके शिव कुमार लॉन्च कर रहे हैं। तो क्या कांग्रेस पहली हार मान के बैठी है?
नहीं, मौसमी, आप ऐसे कैसे कह सकती हैं? मेरी ही कालका जी विधानसभा में श्री राहुल गांधी जी ओखला मंडी जाते हैं, महिलाओं से मिले। आपने नहीं देखा, न दिखाया, मुझे नहीं मालूम है, लेकिन दिल्ली ने देखा जी। श्री राहुल गांधी जी उत्तम नगर में कुम्हार कॉलोनी में जाते हैं, और वह महिलाएं जो मिट्टी के बर्तन बनाती है उनसे मिलते हैं। वो सब्जी मंडी जाते हैं, वो जो मकान बनाते हैं, जो हमारे गरीब मजदूर हैं, उनसे मिलते हैं। वो रेलवे स्टेशन गए, आपने नहीं देखा होगा, दिल्ली ने देखा है कि श्री राहुल गांधी जी पूरी तरह से लोगों के बीच में रहे। और जहां तक दिल्ली कांग्रेस की बात है, पूरी यात्रा, कितने 100 किलोमीटर की यात्रा देवेंद्र यादव जी ने दिल्ली न्याय यात्रा की। आई डोंट नो आपने क्यों नहीं देखा। प्रधानमंत्री जी की बात करेंगे, वो तो नगर निगम का भी चुनाव होगा तो भाजपा उन्हीं के चेहरे पर लड़ती है ना। और आम आदमी की बात करेंगे तो उनको तो अपना ठीक है, सिर्फ कुर्सी की बचाने की चिंता है। और उनका भी चेहरा जो है, आप पूछेंगे तो कहते हैं अरविंद केजरीवाल जी मैं हूं, और उनके हाथ अदालत ने बांधे हुए हैं ना कि आप मीटिंग नहीं बुला सकते, सरकारी फाइल नहीं साइन कर सकते, इसीलिए इस्तीफा दिया ना। वो पाबंदी कोर्ट की तो अभी भी है, और जो आज की सीएम है उन्होंने कह दिया वो तो टेम्परेरी सीएम है, कहकर अपनी ही महिला मुख्यमंत्री को कमजोर में साबित किया है।
This is going to be a high-stakes election, and remember, Alka Lamba is also going to be in one of these, specifically when it comes to South Delhi's Kalka Ji. Let me take you through, of course, first the big names, and then we'll go across to our colleagues on the ground as well. Amid all of this, Delhi Vidhan Sabha has been in charge, where the Aam Aadmi Party has been in governance for the past 10 years, and therefore it's a very high-stake election this time for every party. Let's begin one by one. You're looking at Kalka Ji. Chief Minister Atishi is up against Ramesh Biduri, the motor-mouth controversial vocal leader and a former member of parliament, but a very important leader for Delhi politics. He has had a stronghold in Delhi. Then comes in Alka Lamba. She's been a former MLA and from the Aam Aadmi Party. Then she switched to the Congress and has earlier been also a Congress leader, especially a Congress student leader. Very vocal, very direct. You just heard what she had to say. So it is high stakes for each one of them in the political arena of national capital Delhi. Let's take a look then, what about Arvind Kejriwal? Because eventually it will be about the political future as much of the party as of the former Delhi CM. Arvind Kejriwal is Aam Aadmi Party's supremo, and look closely. Arvind Kejriwal is the former Delhi Chief Minister. Alongside him is Parvesh Verma, who's the son of former Delhi Chief Minister Sahib Singh Verma. Alongside him is Sandeep Dixit, who's the son of former Chief Minister Sheila Dixit. And this is the reason you have either a former CM or children of former Chief Ministers, to which Arvind Kejriwal last month said, this is a fight between the sons of Chief Minister and an Aam Aadmi. This is going to be definitely the biggest fight. Two political families, political experience of each one of them. when it comes to Delhi politics. Let's then go on the ground. Our colleagues Rahul Gautam is at Sandeep Dixit residence, Aishwarya Paliwal Election Commission, Amit Bhardwaj is at the Aam Aadmi Party headquarters, and at the BJP is my colleague Piyush Mishra. I want to come to you, Aishwarya, because you're at the Election Commission. How are the arrangements like? 2 p.m. in just a short while, we'll have that press conference. Aishwarya, go ahead. Amit Bhardwaj also continues to be with us from the AAP headquarters. Amit, would it be correct to say that while it's important for BJP and the Congress, but for Arvind Kejriwal, Delhi precisely is from where it all started, and today he is looking at the future or survival for himself as much for the party?
Right, Pooja. Delhi will remain to be, the most important fortress for Aam Aadmi Party, irrespective of the fact that even in future, where all they are able to get their MLAs elected and form government, but losing Delhi is something that Aam Aadmi Party cannot afford, at least in the present political scenario. And that is why, despite leading the campaign, launching giving out electoral promises, one after other, campaign songs launched, Aam Aadmi Party is not, looking at a comfortable situation right now. They want to go aggressive as much as possible and not commit any mistake, if at all. And that is why their attempt so far in the past month has been to set narrative, to set agenda, and let the others, such as the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Congress Party, to follow it. And they have been primarily targeting the BJP because they also realize that for Delhi, it's a battle between Aam Aadmi Party and BJP, and that the Congress Party should not become part of the narrative because, when it's a bipolar election, things work out well for AAP. But if Congress chips into the election, then there's a threat in the minority vote bank, whether it will split into between the Congress Party and Aam Aadmi Party and MIM this time around as well. So that is
and Arvind Kejriwal is a smart strategist. He understands numbers and he understands alliances at this point, and he's confident possibly that Aam Aadmi Party will win, but triangular contest, experienced players in the field. Aishwarya, a quick question from you as well. 2 p.m. Election Commission is set to announce the dates as well. How are the arrangements like? And Rajiv Kumar says, ask me all questions because there are a lot of them to ask with the controversies generating. Voter list is also going to be the highlight.
Well, definitely, Pooja, we will see questions being asked about voter list because the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, for a change, we are seeing both of them pointing fingers and saying that the other person, the other party is now looking at either adding names or deleting names. So that's something that we will see Rajiv Kumar, the current CEC, give a very clear answer to. And it's not the first time. We have also seen how the CEO, that is the Chief Electoral Officer, has also, Pooja, very clearly spoken about the entire process that goes into the name of someone being added or name being deleted. And it's not as if, if you or if our names are deleted, we don't get an option, we don't get a chance. We can actually file complaints. We can go ahead and file with the ECI, and then corrective measures are also taken. So the ECI is now saying that if the Aam Aadmi Party actually at any point of time felt that there was some hanky-panky going on, then they should have spoken about it then. Now is not the time. They are only doing so because this is a controversy that both the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party closer to
we
the
are going to ensure that I'm sure the CEC has an answer prepared on that as well. Friends, please stay on with me because the big news that's coming in, it's full on creative. It's the war of campaign songs. One after another, the parties are releasing campaign songs. After, remember, the Chunavi Hindu, Chunavi Muslim film-inspired posters that were released. Now, first, the Aam Aadmi Party released a campaign song, Phir Laayenge Kejriwal. BJP has now launched the Delhi campaign song. This is right when we are waiting for the election dates to be announced. BJP's focus is expose Aam Aadmi Party Sarkar. Let's dip in and listen to what is this BJP song.
अब नहीं यमुना में झाग, अब नहीं नल से पानी साफ चाहिए, कूड़े का पहाड़ अब नहीं, झूठे वादों को तगड़ी कोई फटकार चाहिए, बहाने नहीं बदलाव चाहिए.
फिर लाएंगे केजरीवाल and बदलाव चाहिए. I want all our friends to please stay on, because also joining me in this telecast is Amitabh Tiwari, political strategist and commentator. Amitabh, how should one make of this new age election, so to say? There are film-inspired posters, and then there are these campaign songs, and the strategy that you see through these posters.
See, Delhi is clearly almost 100% urban area, so you have a lot of campaigning, and you had also witnessing a daily poster war between the BJP and the Congress on a daily basis on X and other social media platforms. In terms of campaign song, I see both the BJP as well as the Aam Aadmi Party song as positive songs, in the sense that Aam Aadmi Party is talking about retaining power or bringing back Kejriwal on the development work which they claim he has done for the past 10 years, whereas BJP also is focusing largely on the Badlav or the Parivartan narrative to take Delhi to greater heights, because they feel or they allege that the Aam Aadmi Party has not been able to fulfill some of the promises. See, strategy-wise, Aam Aadmi Party clearly is a one-man battle. It is focusing on Arvind Kejriwal as leading the charge against the Prime Minister. The BJP does not have a CM face, so it is left to the Prime Minister and Home Minister and ministers like Shivraj Singh Chauhan to do the heavy lifting. So it's largely a presidential style battle which is taking place between Prime Minister Modi and ex-Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. However, in the recent past, in Madhya Pradesh, in Maharashtra and Haryana, we've seen that BJP moved away from presidential style and largely contested a seat-by-seat hyper-local contest. But since it does not have many faces here to take on the MLAs of Aam Aadmi Party, it has again moved back to a presidential style contest.
Do they have a man ready for Delhi, perhaps? Yes, to reveal that later. They want to see also who performs best and possibly then take a decision on that as well. So this is going to be very interesting about how, how we move in, especially with the details coming in of the election as and when perhaps the results come. The Aam Aadmi Party is very clear, and that is for them that the name is decided, which is of Arvind Kejriwal. Also joining me, guests right now in the special telecast, R.P. Singh Khalsa, National Spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Mahima Singh joining me from the Congress Party as well, and we'll soon be joined by the AAP spokesperson. Let me take that question to you, R.P. Singh, because they are saying, Phir laenge Kejriwal. Who will the BJP bring back to the Delhi government? Once it was literally in governance for years for Delhi, R.P. Singh. Today, BJP struggles for Delhi politics.
Well, फिर लाएंगे केजरीवाल मीन फिर लाएंगे एक के साथ एक फ्री बोतल. फिर लाएंगे 12 लाख की pot seat, golden pot seats. So people of Delhi don't want Kejriwal, and then that face, when projected as a CM, people has already rejected that face. When it comes to electoral politics, people are not going to accept anyone who has made their life hell. Today, water is polluted, the air is polluted, schools are in bad conditions, the hospitals are not there, Mohalla clinic children die because of the wrong medicine prescribed. And then when there is rains, the children die because of the sewage failure. So people of Delhi don't want Kejriwal. I mean, they can keep saying, "Phir laenge Kejriwal." The fact is, people has not accepted that face, and the face which is accepted is, if you want me to show this is how people of Delhi see Kejriwal as when Kejriwal goes for voting. Seeking votes.
So 10 years.
They can't forget.
10 years of Aam Aadmi Party. Yes. Will they return, or will the BJP's new strategy with these campaign elections of corruption, of we need a badlav, will that really work? Is there still a Modi wave that the BJP is going to ride on? Please stay on with me, because I have a news coming in. Another BJP MP appears to be referring to Atishi's father. What's happening? Slams Atishi's father's support to Afzal Guru. BJP MP says Atishi's father should have been born in Pakistan. Atishi's father belongs to Pakistan. This is what after Ramesh Biduri's comment that she's changed her father, because why? How can Marlena become Singh? How can the surnames change? This is what Ramesh Biduri had said. And now another BJP MP appears to have made a comment about Atish's father belongs to Pakistan.
बीजेपी सांसद योगेंद्र चंदोलिया इस वक्त हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं। सर, आज दिल्ली में चुनावों की तारीख का ऐलान होने वाला है, कितने तैयार हैं आप?
100% तैयार हैं। चुनाव आयोग अपनी घोषणा करे, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के 29 कैंडिडेट सड़क पर, और आज और कल में सूची आ जाएगी और सारे कैंडिडेट लोहा लाट हैं और दिल्ली में बीमारी को निकालकर आपदा को भगाने का काम कर रहे हैं। और जो कह रहे हैं आपदा, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के ऊपर भी आपदा है। आतिशी जो आ गई तो वो आपदा है। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को जाना पड़ा, आतिशी को आना पड़ा। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कह दिया है आपदा को हटाएंगे, बदलेंगे। देश में दिल्ली के अंदर, भारत की राजधानी के अंदर भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी। और इस संकल्प के साथ आज किसान कृषि मंत्री से मिलने आए थे। किसानों ने अपनी समस्याओं की बात की है। केंद्र सरकार से मिलने वाली सारी योजनाओं को दिल्ली की सरकार उन योजनाओं को अमली जामा नहीं पहनाती और यहाँ से जो जाने वाला पैसा भी खर्च नहीं करती और पैसा मांगती नहीं है। कृषि मंत्री जी कह रहे हैं हमारे पास तो कोई मांगने वाला आना चाहिए, हम दिल्ली के किसानों को मजबूत देखना चाहते हैं।
आप ये कह रहे हैं कि आतिशी आपदा है अरविंद केजरीवाल पे?
आप देखिए, साइक्लोन आ गया, भूकंप आ गया, तो हम कहते हैं आपदा आ गई। वो आतिशी बन गई तो केजरीवाल पे आपदा ही तो आ गई, चाहे वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट के माध्यम से, चाहे भ्रष्टाचार के कारण उनको जेल जाना पड़ा, और आज वो भी आपदा के शिकार हैं, ये मैं कहना चाहता हूं।
लेकिन एक मेरा सवाल ये है कि कुछ दिनों पहले आतिशी जो है उनको काफी दुख हुआ था इस बात को कहते हुए कि उनके परिवार के लोगों को जो है गाली दे रही है बीजेपी, उनके खिलाफ अपशब्द इस्तेमाल कर रही है। वो भावुक होते हुए आंसू बहाए थे, उन्होंने कई सारी बातें उन्होंने कही थी, क्या कहेंगे आप?
मैं भी बहुत भावुक हूं और मैं जो बात कह रहा हूं कि उनके पिताजी के बारे में जो शब्द कहे गए वो भावुक हो सकती हैं, लेकिन उनके पिता वो 80 वर्ष के हैं, बीमार हैं, शिक्षक रहे हैं। मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं, मैं उनको प्रणाम करता हूं, मेरे पिता के समान हैं, लेकिन उन्होंने ऐसा काहे का शिक्षक जो अफजल गुरु की फांसी ना लगे उसके लिए हस्ताक्षर करे, तो ऐसा पिता किस लिए चाहिए? वो व्यक्ति हिंदुस्तान में पैदा ही क्यों हुआ था? उसको तो पाकिस्तान में पैदा होना चाहिए था, ये मैं कहना चाहता हूँ।
लेकिन वो जो जिस तरह से भावुक हुई उसको आप किस तरह से देखते हैं?
देखिए, भावुक एक राजनीतिक ड्रामा है। वही पहला चुनाव लड़ा, आतिशी मार लेना, मार्क्सवादी पार्टी, लेनिन की पार्टी जब चुनाव हार गई तो आतिशी सिंह हो गई। तो ये बात कहने का तरीका कुछ गलत हो गया होगा, लेकिन वो अपने पूज्य पिता के बारे में वो इतना बखान कर रही है। दिल्ली की जनता पूछ रही है आपके पूज्य पिता एजुकेटेड है, सीनियर सिटीजन है, क्या देश अफजल गुरु को माफ कर देगा? और अफजल गुरु को फांसी ना हो, ये भारत देश वीरों का देश है। इस देश के लिए शहीद आजम भगत सिंह फांसी का फंदे पर चढ़ गए थे। शहीद भगत सिंह का चित्र लगाकर, डॉक्टर भीमराव अंबेडकर का चित्र लगाकर।
देखो, इनकी प्रवृत्ति है, इनको मालूम है कि जब भी कोई ऐसी हरकत होती है, इनको मालूम है हमने कुछ गलत किया है, तो एक विक्टिम कार्ड ये लोग खेलते हैं। पहले से, बहुत पहले से केजरीवाल को मालूम तक शराब में घोटाला किया है, ये मुझे गिरफ्तार कर सकते हैं, मुझे फिर इसी प्रकार से एजुकेशन का है, फिर ट्रांसफर का है। तो ये विक्टिम कार्ड खेलने का इनका एक नौटंकी करके घड़ियाली आंसू बहाते हैं। रात भी देखा होगा आपने कि मुख्यमंत्री जी किस प्रकार से घड़ियालू आंसू बहा रही हैं। मुख्यमंत्री जी को ये स्पष्ट करना चाहिए कि अपने पिताजी के वो जो अफजल गुरु के प्रति उन्होंने याचिका दायर की है, उस पर वो निंदा उनकी करती है, समर्थन करती है, ये क्लियर करें वो।
All right, so is this going to become another showdown as well? AAP, BJP, Congress leaders joining us on the panel as well. And first, quick point from RP Khalsa, because BJP, and this, I want a quick answer on this. What is happening? Do you need such comments, Mr. Khalsa, on this?
Well, I don't go by the first part of the comment where Mr. Baduri said about Atishi's father, but the second part which Chandolia Sab is saying is right. I mean, I was just searching that on the YouTube, on the Google where his father has supported Afzal Guru and then has sent a letter to the president after his death he was given a death sentence. Both the parents,
yes.
the mother and the father, sent a letter to president showing their resentment on the way the mercy petition was rejected. So in this country, how can you support a person like Afzal Guru? I mean, and then no one who has some love for the country, for India, will support Afzal Guru. And then obviously,
let's take that then to the Aam Aadmi Party, because Mr. Harpreet Singh, I'm expecting that this will turn into a bigger showdown. Anmol Pawar joining me, he's the spokesperson for the Aam Aadmi Party. But let's also try and understand if this has happened, because there was this charge earlier as well in previous election that this alleged support from her father to the 2001 Parliament attack accused Afzal Guru, a mercy petition was sent in support for him. Do you think it would be better if Atishi clarifies it, or you feel that such comments are just unwarranted? They don't have to come and they are too personal in nature.
Pooja ji, it is very clear now that the Bharatiya Janata Party have no agenda or no narrative for the Delhi elections. They very well know that the people of Delhi for the fourth time will send a clear message that they do not support BJP's politics of negativity, abuse, conspiracy. We have seen day before yesterday how the former member of parliament, Ramesh Biduri, used wild remarks for the father of the sitting chief minister, Atishi ji. And ये लोग होते कौन हैं हमारे पे सवाल उठाने वाले जो खुद PDP के गोदी में बैठते हैं, the ones who were in alliance with PDP, who sought, the whole nation saw that how the Bharatiya Janata Party and PDP allied together, and the same PDP was also in support of the so-called Afzal Guru.
But Anmol, a political alliance is still different from this alleged mercy petition support, and perhaps...
Pooja ji, the fact is that the people of Delhi don't believe in these kind of negative politics.
Okay.
They can only resort to maligning the image of our leader. Other than that, they have nothing to showcase that in past 10 years, what have they done? That whether they have built 10 new colleges, 200 new schools, which was promised by the Prime Minister in 2020, whether they have ensured that the land and registration rights of the 40 lakh Purvanchalis, which was promised in 2020 by the Prime Minister, has been done or not. Only 25,000 has been done. They cannot answer whether they have fulfilled the promise of
that's a fair point. That's a fair point about the kind of work that's done. Yeah, that you would have done rather than go for possibly these comments. Stay on with me, because Piyush Mishra got us that interview to say that, Piyush, if you can hear me, that should have been born in Pakistan. Her father provided alleged mercy petition support to Afzal Guru. What do you think is the BJP strategy here? Because he's not the only leader. Other BJP leaders have mentioned it earlier as well. What do you think is the strategy? And it looks like they're going directly after Atishi specifically.
Well, absolutely, Pooja. It seems like BJP leaders are mounting a direct attack on sitting Chief Minister Atishi, because they want to show that Atishi is now completely failed Chief Minister. Remember that earlier we've seen how BJP has been attacking Arvind Kejriwal specifically, calling him a failed Chief Minister. But right now, as we are speaking, Atishi, holds the important portfolio, and that is why personal attacks are being mounted on her. Earlier, it was Ramesh Biduri who targeted her.
Yes.
And also her family members, her father was also targeted. Now we are seeing how Yogendra Chandolia, who is also a sitting BJP MP, even he is now coming out and saying that the man who supported Afzal Guru should not have born in India, he should have born in Pakistan, he belongs to Pakistan. So such things are being said by these BJP leaders. We'll have to see how on this specific comment which has been made by Yogendra Chandolia, Aam Aadmi Party is going to react.
And does Atishi specifically will address this? Because this is personal, but does this warrant a clarification as well, so that any controversy around it is put to rest? This had come up earlier as well in the previous election. Remember, she had broken down in tears this time when her father's mention was made. And therefore, as we see it's turning more personal, what this election looks like in the next few days to come. Every past, future, present is being dug out by all of these parties. But let me now tell you about the Congress. For 15 years, at least, in the latest tenure, that was of Sheila Dikshit. Previously as well, Congress and BJP in many ways have interchanged power in the Delhi government. But in this Delhi government, there is no Congress MLA. It's been routed out primarily by the Aam Aadmi Party, and the BJP also has shown improvement in the previous elections. Mahima Singh joins me, spokesperson of the Congress Party. Mahima, as you can see, AAP and BJP, constant confrontation with each other. Do you think that the national leadership should come in? Prime Minister Modi there already campaigning for the BJP. What is the strategy of the Congress? Why do you think people in 2025 will vote for the Congress leaders?
Pooja, I've been waiting since 1 o'clock.
I appreciate that. I appreciate Mahima on that. Go ahead.
Since 1 o'clock, and I believe that, you see, it is utmost important that we value the time. If you want me to come at 1:30, you should call me on your show at 1:30.
Go ahead, Mahima.
Our Delhi elections are about issues versus propaganda. It is a purpose versus propaganda election. Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, which are actually appearing to be in a quid pro quo, have actually brought the state of Delhi to a stalemate. It is a state of stalemate in Delhi. Both the parties seem to have lost all purpose. On one end, there is the BJP that imposed wrongfully the GNCTD Act on the state of Delhi, which the Aam Aadmi Party never opposed the way it should have and did not prevent it from being imposed. And so an elected government, a whole electorate was sabotaged. In fact, now also as they go for election, the Delhi voter knows that the true rule is that of the Lieutenant Governor in Delhi, and it is the center that calls shots on most critical issues. So when the BJP person was talking about pollution on your show, it was quite laughable, Pooja, because you see water pollution, Yamuna, all the industrialists are in the BJP across the country. You see that pollution that comes to Yamuna, is it coming from Delhi itself? Isn't it coming from other states? When floods struck Delhi, was it not a mismanagement by the center as well on a national level? And then, you see, then they just go on blaming each other. It's a blame game, but the true loser is Delhi's voter in this entire game. Crime against women, Pooja, it has been doubled over the past 1 decade, and the BJP has, has been evading its accountability and answerability constantly because it is very convenient for them. Whenever it suits them, they will put it on the Aam Aadmi Party. Character assassination, hate propaganda. These are the two tools that the BJP has took out of its artillery, the two arrows from BJP's artillery in this election. And whether it is sitting MPs, whether it is sitting chief ministers, the BJP doesn't hesitate even a bit from character assassinating people. They will have to understand that elections in this country are not about giving character certificates to people or their parents or, or character assassinating sitting MPs like they did Priyanka Gandhi Vadra ji. And then that candidate is still out there and he will still contest that election, sabotaging women's interests in that constituency. So the Delhi voter understands it very well that BJP's hate propaganda, the angry faces that were seen all across roads in Delhi during their campaign, the first part of their campaign, were telling enough of the BJP's mentality,
But Mahima, eventually it's about also reaching out to the voters, and is Congress doing that enough? What is the strategy of the Congress Party? And I'll take that question as much with you in just a short while. I want to bring to the viewer, let's take a look at the background of Delhi election. It's been very interesting. So for National Capital Delhi, remember the latest was in 2020 when the elections were done for 70-member assembly. 62 went to the Aam Aadmi Party. 8 went to the BJP. Congress does not have an MLA anymore right now in the Delhi Assembly. Can that change this time? But let's take a look at the historical understanding. Take a look from 2008. Of course, Aam Aadmi Party at that point wasn't there. It was the BJP and the Congress constantly interchanging. There was at a time by 2015 that BJP actually came very low and the Congress was also showing a certain rise. If you look at that, how Congress was in power, managed to come with Sheila Dikshit, but after a while, the Aam Aadmi Party's rise changed the whole game for the Delhi elections. How has the turnout been for a Delhi voter? Not as great as it should have been. Let's hope that in 2025, Delhi voters come out in larger numbers. 66%, 68% in 2015, 63% in 2020. Will it touch at least 65% or 70%. That remains to be seen. Cities haven't shown the best voter turnout, hasn't been very inspiring as well. Let's take a look at gender as well. And I say gender because of how, remember, the Mahila Samman schemes that have come in. Both the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress Party have introduced that there is going to be a certain amount of financial assistance that is going to be provided to the women of Delhi. And that is why this is important. Look at that, 65, 66. So it's very close. That the pink, that is for the females, Delhi women do come out in large numbers, and it's often beyond 60%. That is one of the reasons that all these parties do put in their share of effort as well. And let's take that question then also to what the parties have to say. BJP's RP Singh. So there is this personal charges, attacks, confrontations, while there is, as you can see, schemes being announced for women. Where does the BJP stand there?
Well, I'll answer that, but before that, just hear this.
From being hanged. So to that extent, we are happy. But we are unhappy.
All right. I'll go across to RP Singh in just a short while. We've lost the communication there. But I'll take that to Anmol also quickly. Anmol, because while the Congress has also jumped in with the women's scheme, how is it going to benefit your party? Shouldn't your party be rallying on what has been done already rather than announce a scheme, which will happen, of course, after and if at all Aam Aadmi Party wins a thumping majority?
Pooja ji, we always trust our Kaam Ki Rajniti and in the leadership of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. And the people of Delhi also trust Arvind Kejriwal. They know that if anyone can provide them better healthcare, it is Arvind Kejriwal. If anyone can shape the future of their children, it's Arvind Kejriwal. And we have proved it in last 10 years. In last 10 years, we have built 25,000 new classrooms. We have built 39 new flyovers. We have built 530 new Mohalla clinics. We installed 3 lakh street lights, more than 3 lakh CCTV cameras. And we ensured free travel bus rides for the women of Delhi, and the free pilgrimage for the senior citizens of Delhi, pensions for the senior citizens. I mean, there are a lot of work has been done in last 10 years. That is why people of Delhi have reposed faith in our governance model in 2015 and in 2020. And in line with that vision, we have also announced both these schemes, Mahila Samman Yojana, wherein we are offering 2,100 to every woman of Delhi. Although a cabinet note has already been passed in December, saying that 1,000 rupees will be given to them. However, considering the inflation, we have increased the amount to 2,100. And also so the Sanjeevani scheme, wherein the senior citizens can avail free medical treatment in not just government, but in private hospitals, and all the expenses
RP Singh was making a quick point.
Government.
Fair enough. Anmol, I got it. It's the welfare push and it's the infrastructure push, respective parties, what they think they've done. RP Singh, quick word, because I have to go to my colleagues on the ground. What were you saying? We lost you there. Go ahead.
Well, I was just trying to show you the video of Atishi's mother, Tripta Vai. She was my lecturer in college when I was in university, and she has categorically stated that she is sad that Afzal Guru has been hanged. I mean, I'll send you the video for the record.
Okay, so you're making it clear. And can Atishi and will she come forward? Yes.
Another point, please allow me to. And also on this 1,000 rupee, the cabinet note was approved in March and then just before the parliamentary election. And it's almost 9 months. If they wanted, they could have paid 9,000 rupees till December, and then people would have believed that, yes, they are serious about it. And then also in Punjab, also it's almost more than 33 months that women in Punjab are waiting for the 1,000 rupees. In comparison, please check with Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and Haryana, where we made promises and then fulfilled the promises of Mahila Samman.
So Aam Aadmi Party here appears confident, RP Singh, that they have their budget and they'll be able to clear it, and that of course remains to be seen after elections. But I want to go across to my colleague on the ground, Rahul Gautam. Rahul, we were speaking to the Congress spokesperson a short while ago. It's a high-stake battle for them to have been in the government earlier as well, especially during Sheila Dikshit's era, and to not have an MLA in Delhi Assembly. What do you think is the strategy of the Congress Party? Because BJP, Aam Aadmi Party appear to be all guns blazing.
Well, you rightly pointed out that as far as Congress is concerned, it's an important and crucial battle, given the fact that in last assembly election they got, a vote share of meager, 4%, and they didn't have a single MLA elected to the assembly, and that's the status of the national capital for a national party. So clearly, it's quite embarrassing for Congress, and therefore, this time at least, it seems that Congress party is putting and investing all its energy and efforts, and that's why we saw that how Sandeep Dixit. Now remember, Sandeep Dixit, for the first time after he got defeated in 2014, for the first time he's contesting assembly elections this time. And apart from him, there are several key faces, important leaders that have been fielded by
and you're
Congress
at
party.
Sandeep
Congress
Dixit's
is also
residence, Rahul, so I'll be waiting for a reaction on what he has to say, because it's as much personal for him as is political. I want to take that question to Mahima on this. Mahima, it's Arvind Kejriwal saying they are the sons of Chief Minister. I am the Aam Aadmi fighting. So why do you think, whether it's Sandeep Dixit, Alka Lamba, the choice of candidates for the Congress party? Go ahead.
No more he is the Aam Aadmi. He is not an Aam Aadmi anymore. 10 years of being a chief minister, and now he is all over the news. He's everywhere. He is the national coordinator for his party. So I think that narrative should be shed by the Aam Aadmi party now. Going forward to the strategy of my party, Pooja, I think I have made it clear when I spoke and said issues versus propaganda, purpose versus propaganda. It is the Congress party that has the purpose of welfareism at the very core and heart of our whole campaign. Just yesterday, we have launched our Pyari Didi scheme, and you will see so on and so forth, more guarantees ensuring justice for every category, every class of voters is going to be brought out by our party, just like we have done in Karnataka. You saw Mr. D.K. Shivkumar, the Deputy Minister and President of Karnataka.
But
Congress.
Karnataka is where, Mahima, many are also saying there's already a cash crunch. Are these guarantees the way to go for Delhi?
Not at all. No, it is Delhi. It is the center that is leaving no stone unturned in keeping our governments across Himachal, Karnataka, Jharkhand they're trying to keep us from impart that welfare, the welfare schemes, the welfare to the people. But come what may, the Congress is committed. You saw how the Karnataka government, sitting chief minister and deputy chief minister, had to come to the national capital and stage a protest against the central government. So whatever it takes, we shall do. And in Delhi also this time around, as Sandeep Dixit ji has spoken earlier and told how the Aam Aadmi party actually has no worker on the ground. And as far as the BJP story is concerned, Pooja, when the Aam Aadmi party was actually, effectuating these scams that Congress brought to light, and in spite of having their lieutenant governor there, the BJP kept quiet. The BJP is there in the municipal corporation bodies, yet the BJP chose to keep quiet. It is the Congress that brought it to the LG's notice. Yes, we came together, honoring the federal structure of our country. We came together to save our constitutional values.
So this election clearly is about, yes, the scams, the guarantees, especially for women, senior citizens. But I'll also have to say, Mahima, here, look at the BJP. They have the senior leadership, the cadre on the ground. You say Congress cadre is on the ground. Not as much the senior leadership. Perhaps whether Mallikarjun Kharge, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi Vandra will come in. Yes, and in the days to come, yes.
No, give me 10 seconds more. You see the BJP, what has it done in Rajasthan and Maharashtra? I'll quickly take you through that. 20 lakh beneficiaries of that Ladki Behan Yojana, riding on which they have come to power, are going to be written off. In Rajasthan, they promised 450 rupees gas cylinder.
Okay, so eventually it's about right before elections. And Mahima, it's not just the Congress party, it's the BJP, Aam Aadmi party, everyone promising, whether it's cylinders, schemes. Sadly, what have the governments done in their tenure? Should that have been the focus? And that doesn't seem to be happening. Okay, I appreciate, Mahima, that's all the time I have. I appreciate you giving your perspective on that. I want to thank our guests, because remember, in just a short while, at 2 p.m., the Election Commission is going to make an announcement for the 70-member Assembly of Delhi. Congress, that did manage to govern all these years, then came in the Aam Aadmi party, became a triangular contest, and this time will be in many ways the real battle we'll see.